Hello once again, witchy people. Well, I've been having some fun. Okay, you know you are beginning to make it as a witchcraft YouTuber or a witchy YouTuber when you start getting the God Squad leaving messages. And I've had a couple, but the last one I had was absolutely brilliant. And usually I ignore them or I say thank you. This time I didn't, because it basically said I was going to hell, and I thought that was really unreasonable of them to say so. So we are talking now. I have to say this, and I've said it before, and I am going to say it again. I have a very deep respect for Christianity and Christians. I do have a great respect for Judaism, for Catholicism, for any religion, Buddhism, Taoism, Zoroastrianism, whatever. Great respect. Because I believe that when people find their path, it makes their life whole. When you find what you're really looking for and you find that spirituality that makes you feel comfortable, it completes your life. So, I am not talking about, so I'm just, bits of stuff from where I was doing that video yesterday. Sorry, distracted again. So I am not talking about decent, normal, respectful, everyday Christians. I am talking what we used to call them the Exizitans, so the extremist Christians, who like to basically try to force their religion on other people. Not necessarily just Christians. I mean, I think if there was, there isn't that I can think of, but if there was any pagan path that felt that they were right and everyone else was wrong and tried to force their opinions on to other people of other faiths, then I would feel the same about them. But like I say, you know you've made it when, or you're beginning to make it. And it was just so much fun. I had fun replying to this person. And I will put this out here. If there is any Christian, fundamentalist, extremist, or any other person of any other faith who would like to put a comment on a video simply because I am a witch, please do so. I am not offended. For many, if you are being rude and disrespectful, you are showing yourself to be ignorant. And if you are proud of your faith and your belief system, you shouldn't feel the need to force it on anyone else. If I asked, for instance, here, I am giving you the opportunity, if you are, if you want to give me a bit of a rant and a bit of a rave about how I'm so wrong and how I'm going to help, please, at the bottom of this video, feel free. You probably won't get a reply. I tend not to delete them. The only comments I delete are obvious, shall we say, the more X-rated comments. Or links that take you to X-rated sites. You do get the odd occasional one, which is nice, because if they think that they're going to get traffic through, because you're getting popular, then that's nice. And I think it is. It's when you reach about 800 subscribers, you tend to get a few of these. So, and like I said, I don't usually reply to these comments. This one I did. I don't know why. I think it's because I've had this whole thing with the whole shopping experience, online shopping experience lately, and it's got into my head, and it was just I was a bit, not rankled exactly, but more frustrated that these people feel the need to say things that I know about the Christian religion. I know a lot of about Christian beliefs. My mother is a born again Christian. You know, I know a lot about the Bible, the Old Testament as well. My father was Jewish. And I'm not saying he was Jewish because he's not Jewish now. I'm saying he was Jewish because he's dead now. You know, so when I talk about him being Jewish past tense, it's because he's no longer with us, not because he isn't Jewish anymore. Some of my very dear and closest friends were brought up Catholics, though I must admit a lot of Catholics, people I know that have been raised as Catholics, tend not to remain Catholics. I don't know why. Maybe because it's quite an involved faith. You have to be very involved in the church, and it plays a part in every part of your life, and maybe that's why. But then so does Judaism, and most people that I know that were brought up as Jews remain Jews. I don't know why it is, but a lot of people that I know that were brought up as Catholics do not stay being Catholics. Anyway, so extremists, and if you feel the need to leave a message that's so many pages long, you know, it wasn't pages, it was paragraphs, saying that creationists, you're a creationist, you know, evolution is a lie, read this book. God hates homosexuals, read this part of the book. And I'm sorry, but he doesn't. That's not true. If you think, if your God, as a Christian, if your God has so much hate for people, what kind of God is he? You know, it's just it's unthinkable. There should be aspects within your deity, whether that's you have a polytheistic view or a monotheistic view. There should be aspects within your deity that can represent anger and hate and love and giving and caring and war and peace. It has to have all aspects. But to say that as a Christian, God hates, I think, is an insult to other Christians. My mum always says that you hate the sin, not the sinner. So you can't say that God hates homosexuals. God may hate homosexuality, but he doesn't hate homosexuals. The other thing, and I am so fed up with this, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Thank you, King James, for making sure that that's what the Bible said when you released it to the general public and made it available to everyone. The Bible never said that. A direct translation is thou shalt not suffer one who causes death by poisoning to live. Some people say it's death by poisoning to children specifically to live. So one who poisons shouldn't be allowed to live. Doesn't use the word witch. And as far as God hating homosexuals or homosexuality, why is it the only, or is it the first true marriage in the Bible where it's actually a marriage is between two women? So, you know, you have this one version that says God is love, which is most of the Christians I know, and then you get these online Christians who like to leave messages for you that basically says God is hate. You know, I mean, what are they? Members of the Westboro Baptist Church or something? As far as I know, they are very extreme because they always have that God hates you placard thing. Oh dear. But it was fun reading. It was quite interesting, and yes, I did look up some of the quotes and such like that this person left for me. It's my great grandparents were some of the first Salvationists, so Salvation Army, and this is, like I said, I know a fair amount. It's not like I'd never had Christianity in my life. I know about Christianity. I know people who have very sincere and wonderful Christian values. So to start quoting the Bible to me is wrong, because the chances are I will eventually call you out on it. I may have to check up with my mum first, say, Mum, does it really say this, or does it say something else? But I will call you out on it. And as I've said before, my mum may be a born-again Christian, but she's very fair-minded, and she's not judgmental, and she is not intolerant. She is how I view most Christians, not as my mum, but as a tolerant, fair-minded and non-judgmental person. So to have these people leave messages and comments on my videos about how I'm going to hell, I think they are doing a disservice to their own faith and spirituality and to their own God. And I did a whole video, and I don't think I ever released it, about King James and homosexuality and everything else. I might have released it by now. I don't know. It was quite a rant because I was quite angry at the time. But I'm sorry, but I'm not a creationist. I believe in evolution. I believe the world is round. I believe I've said this before. I believe we've been to the moon. Someone actually asked me outright, so you don't believe in aliens then? I didn't say that. We are a tiny, tiny speck in a galaxy, which is a tiny speck amongst millions of other galaxies. Are we the only intelligent life form? Are we the only planet that has intelligent life form upon it? No. There must be. There must be others out there. I'm just saying it outright, And but for me to say there are no such things as aliens, I would have to say there are no such things as ghosts, there are no such things as spirits. And of course I do not believe that, because I know ghosts exist. Just because I've never seen an alien does not mean to say they do not exist. So it was just so much fun, and I wanted to put it out there that if you did want to leave me a message saying that I'm going to go to hell, please, this is the video to put it on. This is the video that I will always check back on to see if there are any comments, and as long as there is no comment that is pure hate, no comment that is X-rated or goes to an X-rated site, the comments will stay. However, in saying that, I would also like to say that if there are Christians or other faiths, non-pagan, non-heathen faiths, that leave a message, I'm asking that other witches, pagans, heathens, witches, druids, whatever, do not respond in a hateful manner to these people. Don't troll them. Don't leave a message back that's horrible, because we are better than that. And I shouldn't really have to say it. I know I shouldn't have to say it, because I know that most people wouldn't leave that kind of message back. So yeah, so let's not spread hate, let's not spread intolerance, let's keep it open, because like the thing is, if none of us ever shared, we never learn anything. And the thing is, what was I watching the other day? I was watching a program about, I think it was Mystic Britain, it might have been, and they were comparing pagan celebrations with Christian and Catholic masses, celebrations, that sort of thing. They are so similar. They are so alike, it is scary. And you'll get Christians saying, oh, that's because we're a Christian, based country and all the rest of it, which we are, fair enough. And, the pagans are copying us. You'll get the pagans saying, no, it's because this is what started off and the Christians stole a lot from us. And I'm not saying that anyone's right or anyone's wrong. That's not for me to say. I do have my own thoughts and opinions. Just because I don't always give an opinion doesn't mean to say I don't have an opinion. Just means I'd rather not have the fight and the argument, to be honest. So, yes, we are, in general, humankind, no matter what faith we follow, what spirituality we have, we are more alike within our different faiths than maybe sometimes we'd like to admit. And that should be an opening. I mean, as a witch, as a pagan, as a heathen, there are so many different paths and a varied path within that one structure, within paganism. As there is, as the umbrella term of Christianity or Abrahamic religions, there's a lot, but as a witch, if I listen to someone else on a, not necessarily a similar path to mine, but a path under the same pagan umbrella, and I don't learn anything from them, then surely one of us is doing something wrong, and it's probably me. I have learned such a lot from, because I guess hedge witchery is such an open path and is very much tailored to each individual that follows it. It's very much that I can, and I know a lot of people hate this, but I can be as eclectic as I like. I can pick and choose what I like, because I have to pick and choose what suits me and what suits my path. So I like listening to people from other paths and how they practice, how they follow their path, because it opens up a lot for me. And I can't say whether it's because it's the way I was raised or the way I am, or because I have been open to so many different faiths within my family and friendship circle, that I am very tolerant. But I'm not so tolerant that you can put me down and tell me I'm going to hell, because I'm not. Because I don't believe in hell. For a start, I believe that the word hell comes from hell, which is comes from the Jewish term that means the earth, which is why Catholics, up until even quite recently, Catholics weren't cremated. You couldn't be cremated if you were a Catholic, because you had to be buried in the earth, in hell, in the earth. I mean, Malta is predominantly a Catholic place, and they have one crematorium in Malta, and that's only been in the last 10 years or so. Before then, did not have a crematorium. And I think a lot of the Catholic Church has now said it's okay to be cremated because there's no room. There's no room. For burials, you've got people being buried on top of people, and there are so many people. So it's, you can be burnt now, which as a Catholic must be quite strange, considering what the Catholics did to a lot of witches. If you don't get it, they burnt us at the stake. So anyway, there we go. I was just rambling on. I do have a few videos to get out, and I will try and sort them out. But this was just something, like I said, if you're a Christian and you're a bit extremist or a bit fundamentalist and you like to leave messages like that, please be known that when you do, you make me, anyway, as a witch, feel that, first of all, I'm a threat to you. You know, so there must be some truth in what I'm saying. If you feel threatened by me, you know, either your faith isn't strong or what I'm saying is the truth. Secondly, if I am, you know, being taken notice of, if you're leaving a message, I am being taken notice of. I am getting out there. And whether or not you agree with me is beside the point. You know, I mean, I think one of an old adage from I think it came from the film industry. No publicity is bad publicity. So, you know, attention is attention, positive or negative. You know, I'm still getting out there. People are still listening to me. So, but yes, if you would like to leave a message, you know, if you're a Christian and you want to leave a message, or if you're a pagan and you've had this problem, which I don't really see as a problem, the messages go on this video because, you know, I will take notice of them. This is the video I will refer back to always. If you are of a different faith, if you're not pagan, and your religion states that I must die and that I am going to hell and all the rest of it, then please leave a message if that's what you want to do. This is the video it will get noted from, and I will guarantee that it will not be deleted. Not by me, anyway. There you go. Thank you for listening, witchy people, and others, apparently. Bye for now.